Hey everyone, it's Abby. How are you all doing? Hopefully this finds you all well and warm and happy and healthy. Coming back at you today um, with a subscriber's response to a subscriber's email that I read earlier on, a few videos ago. I did want to, before we get started today, I just wanted to say that I thank you all for all of the feedback you've given me. I'm so grateful for you to help me along my journey here, helping our community grow. I wanted to thank you all for the emails. I am loving them. I am enjoying reading them and hearing from you. It is nice that you guys, I was able to give you another outlet to get your story heard and to get your information out there, your thoughts, your opinions, your suggestions for others in our community. So please keep them coming. I love it, love it, love it. I love you guys. I love our community as it's growing here. Can't say how much I love it. Love it. Okay, so I know I'm being a little silly here, but back to business. Today's viewer email comes from a gentleman named Dexridor. His email is titled Viewer Questions. It says, "Hi Abby. First off, thank you for your YouTube videos. I love watching you talk about the goings on in your life or answering viewer questions while you smoke your VS 120s. Well, thank you. This one's a little long, so I'm going to kind of stop and answer the questions as we go here. It says, here are my questions. How did you learn about the smoking fetish community? And what did you think when you first learned smoking was a fetish? Well, I didn't really learn about it, so to speak. I guess I just kind of took notice in the years that I had been smoking, and actually in more recent years, since I've picked it back up with the smoking and the vaping, I just kind of tended to notice and was a little more aware and cognizant of people and things going on around me. You know, you're young, you're flighty, you know, not a care in the world. You don't tend to notice certain things so much, or at least I didn't. Anyway, I've always been I was just the bright and bubbly teenager, and, you know, got along with everyone and never really paid close attention to stuff like that. But since I've gotten older, I have noticed when I do spark up or start to vape that if I'm out in public, I do get a lot of gawkers. So I kind of take it as a compliment. I had discussed it with hubby too one time at one point. Because I wanted to know if it was just me noticing that or if that was like actually a thing for guys. So I did ask him as well after observing being watched multiple times. So yeah, that's kind of how I um, found out that smoking was a fantasy for some people. So that's how I learned about it. Um, Moving on, I would also like to share my experiences with those of your viewers who might be nervous about revealing their smoking fantasy to a partner. When I first realized I had a smoking fantasy, I thought I was the only person in the world who thought a woman smoking a cigarette was arousing. This was before the internet was widely available. Once I had access to the internet, I discovered that I was not alone. I have had 3 partners who I revealed my smoking fantasies to. None of them told me I was a freak or that there was something wrong with me when I told them. The first was my college girlfriend. She was a non-smoker, but catered to my smoking fantasy a number of times while we were together. The second was my ex-wife, also a non-smoker, but was also happy to cater to my fantasies on occasion. The third is my wife. She had smoked on and off throughout college and before she met me. She smoked for me and eventually became a full-time smoker of Capri Indigo 120s, are her brand of choice. All right, well, hey, who knew? Capri Indigos. Couldn't have timed that perfect or better that if I tried. um, I'm not going to say every woman will be willing to smoke, and some might think it's a strange fantasy. My advice to others with a smoking fantasy is not to be ashamed and to be honest with their partners. Don't lead off with it on a first date. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. But after you get to know each other a bit and start talking about each other's desires in the bedroom, don't be scared to mention it. We all know smoking is bad for our health, so don't be pushy if your partner doesn't want to do it. That is some really good advice. Relationships and partners got to be a little bit of give and take. Got to be willing to take and give. Sometimes it also means a little bit of sacrifice. On both sides. Okay, I lost my spot. Okay, so you might be surprised and find out that they used to smoke, or maybe they are even hiding it from you. If you can't share who you are, or if your partner can't accept you for who you are with the wrong person. Again, thank you, Abby, and I always look forward to your videos, Dex. Well, Dex, thank you. That is some pretty solid advice. I'm so glad that you wrote in and shared that information. I kind of like having the male point of view on that. That was kind of nice to have because, let's face it, I'm here, I'm the one talking to the camera, so I have the voice. But it's very nice that you were able to encourage people to talk about that with their partners, and you gave some pretty solid advice there as far as, Not doing it on the first date. Yeah, I have to agree with you there. That is definitely not the time to do that. Um, so, but I love that you were willing to share your story with our subscribers. With other subscribers in our community. The ability to have adult conversations and bounce our ideas and thoughts and opinions back and forth to each other, especially those of us who've had more than enough life experiences, is a wonderful thing. I think that in this day and age, really, technology has taken over and the person-to-person human interaction isn't there so much anymore. So to be able to read a story like this and to get another person's perspective and I don't even know what that word was. Anyway, sorry. Another person's perspective and be able to share that is a wonderful thing, really. And if we have the avenue to do it this way, it's a great thing, and I'm glad that I'm a part of it. So, with all that being said, Dex, thank you so very much for your story and your advice to our fellow subscribers. Today's shout out goes to TN Country Boy 34. I'm assuming that's short for Tennessee. I could be wrong. But TN Country Boy 34, shout outs to you. Hey! Thanks for being a part of our community, participating in our comments. Hope you stick around, like it, and we will see you all real soon. Bye, everybody.